Well, those that watched yesterday's hike in the Glade Glade Creek Trail, I did find some marine fossils there. At least one that I filmed, which was a brachiopod, lives in shallow water environments. That was in a chunk of limestone. And I found what I thought was a plant impression in a chunk of sandstone. But in that particular part of the park, most of the rocks are actually formed in shallow marine environments, not where you would find plants growing on land or in swamps. But at the north end of the gorge, this is West Virginia coalfield country. And there's coal in many, many layers of these mountainsides. And in many places it's being extracted or has been extracted. Well, I found a coal seam today on this trail called the Fayetteville Trail, not too far from the parking lot. But what I've got here, where the pen is pointing at a small fossil being lit real nice, that's just a little plant fossil. It's maybe 1.5 inches long and a 3/8 of an inch wide. So a very small plant fossil that was compressed between layers of sand and silt and mud. And when you get enough of those in one place, you end up with a coal seam. I'm struggling with some lighting here. Let's see if we can get this to illuminate properly. Mother Nature's making it a little tough on me, but what you're seeing in the background here, there's some plant roots growing up it. We've got some lighter rocks to the top. Let me get it a slightly different angle here. There we go. We've got some lighter colored rocks to the top. That's probably the layer that this plant fossil peeled off of. And right below it is about a 2-foot layer of coal that I can see. It may be thicker than that. I'm doing some reading on geology and the accumulation of rocks and how rocks form. And it takes about 1,000 years to form a foot of rock. So we're looking at 4,000 or 5,000 years worth of rocks that were deposited in a shallow sea, or in this case, the coal seam actually was formed in a swamp that was probably flooded by a shallow sea after a few thousand years. There's reasons that have been hypothesized as to why the coal seams got flooded every so often and then got reestablished. And one of the theories is that the glaciers at the time were forming and then melting and forming and melting, and that caused quite a few episodes of sea level rise and sea level fall. So here's my first coal seam of this trip that I've seen while hiking, and I'm sure with any luck we'll find some more plant fossils and maybe some more coal seams.